Remember this old girl? Hadn't seen her in quite a while, unfortunately. After 2019 Power Tour, I just wasn't happy with how the car turned out. I never filmed that event because it was just a miserable time. We're going to go into more detail as to why this car never got to be, broadcast again after that. But today, what I want to do is get the Charger back out. Today, we're going to revisit everything that we've been working on and finally make this car something that I want it to be. Finally, something that I can actually use and drive and enjoy, because this car is none of those things currently. So let's get this thing cleaned up, because as you can see, it hasn't been washed in probably a couple years, I would say. I've driven it a few times, but I have not touched this car. The wheels are gone. It's covered in bird poop and egg. So it's bad. It's bad. But I want to clean it up and let's start fresh. Remember this car? This is my 1969 Dodge Charger that I bought in Oklahoma, where it was sitting for 34 years. It was a 1,500-mile round trip to bring it back home. It's a one-owner car, and excluding me, I thrashed on this car to make it to Power Tour 2019. Now you watched as I assembled this car to make it roadworthy again, and then it vanished. It was too much of a hassle to take it anywhere, so it sat until the opportunity arose to revive it once more. That opportunity is today. So stick around to the end of the video and see why I parked it and how we plan to make it even better. Is this kind of like a bad thing? Because people pay extra for authentic barn dust. I mean, this is as real as it gets. So, is it a barn find if I left it there? I guess. I found it there. I mean, I put it there and forgot about it, so I guess it kind of counts. Here we go. You ready? There went all that extra money. The car's worth that much less now. My main goal is just to get this thing cleaned up, because we're about to do a lot of work for this thing. We have to not only wash the dirt off, but de-wasp it, because there's like 5 or 6 nests in there. Probably a few in the door that I didn't see whenever I got in it the first time. Let's see. No, we're lucky over here. Maybe the passenger side. That's where some have been. I've cleaned it off a few times. But you can see this car just needs interior work, exterior work, all of the work involved when making the car an actual car. Yeah, it needs it all. And it's always fun to wash your rust. Now I guess we could talk about our plan. Today, again, we're just kind of getting prepped for a build series on this car, because we did a build series before, but I had, a lot of obligations to make Power Tour 2019, and this car did make it, and it survived. I don't know how, but it survived it. I only took one video of Power Tour 2019, and this is it. Currently on our way. We're going to meet Junkyard Digs, Thunderhead 289, Vice Grips Garage. They're going to meet us in Knoxville, Tennessee, and then we're going to make our way all the way to Concord. Pouring down rain, have no wipers, running at a cool 160. Windows are nice and foggy, but we're cruising. I think we're going to make it. We're not on a major highway just yet, so let's see how it happens when we actually get on the interstate. As long as we stay moving, I think we'll be okay. Got about 2.5, well, maybe got about 3 hours of driving left till we meet up with them. Cross your fingers, I think we'll be alright. Alright, so the plan is to actually make this car more usable and then take it on Power Tour 2022. If that actually happens, I really hope it does. And what happened with this car, I rushed it. That's the main story here. I rushed the build, trying to make it. I was trying to do way too much, meaning that I wanted it to be super modern, have every single option that I could possibly think of. I mean, I had an AC compressor on it that never got hooked up. I had all these fancy electric fans that didn't work. And then I had, I tried to be way too modern and took a lot of the simplicity out of things. And it got to the point where I got overwhelmed and just said, all right, forget it. Let's just get it going. And then the transmission started to, I had it rebuilt, but it started to it just never drove right. It's like it's always constantly slipping, like the converter's super loose in it. And it just didn't work right. So I was always unhappy with it, which I think is what caused it to run hot. So the transmission's constantly slipping, which means it's going to run hot and get the car to overheat. So every time you sit still in traffic, game over. Not even worth it. Welcome to the new site of McCool Auto. This is where we're going to be tackling the 1969 Dodge Charger and basically any project from here on out. I'm excited to finally announce this. We haven't finished the shop yet. We're still going to be working on it throughout the videos, but we're using it. It's finally able to be